Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to today's Japa inspiration. Thank you for joining. Today we will have a lotus feet meditation. So we will combine our chanting of the holy name, that should be the central point of our attention, together with the beautiful nectarian lotus feet, sometimes of Lord Krishna, sometimes of Srimati Radharani. So the first sign, we will meditate on some of the signs of Krishna's lotus feet for the first, and we will meditate on the thunderbolt. And the thunderbolt has a very deep meaning. It means that actually this mark proves that meditation on the lotus feet of Krishna smashes to pieces the mountains of a devotee's karmic reaction to past sins. So we can know that actually all the thoughts that are passing through our mind, they have a certain type of karmic bondage. All those thoughts we have in the mind, they are there because we did some activities in the past. We thought in a certain way, we watched certain things, we heard some things, and all the thoughts that we have, they are actually connected to those karmic reaction of our life. So the thunderbolt is going to smash this mountain of karmic reaction to powder. And we see that actually the holy name already by itself has the power to clean the mirror of the heart, which is also full of contamination and unwanted stuff. So now we will have a double cleaning. We will have the holy name working on our heart, cleaning the mirror of the heart, and we will have the meditation on the thunderbolt that is also smashing to pieces the past reaction of our karmic life. So we will, like we often do, we will try to keep the main central point on the holy name. But from time to time, we will meditate on the thunderbolt, and especially when we have thoughts coming. When thoughts come, we can meditate on the thunderbolt. That means we can look at the picture that I will share with the screen. We can see the thunderbolt at the place where it is, then we can close our eyes and see it in our mind's eyes and pray that those thoughts that are right now disturbing us will be removed, and then we stay as long as possible with the holy name. And in the same, anytime some new thought come, we meditate on the thunderbolt. We meditate that the thunderbolt is now smashing to pieces those unwanted thoughts and go back to the chanting of the holy name. And we try to keep as long as possible the contact with the holy name and feel the presence of the holy name. And before we do that, just for 1 or 20 seconds or a little short time before you start chanting, please close your eyes also and offer your most humble obeisances to your spiritual master and ask him for the blessings for today's Japa chanting, and then you can start chanting with the given meditation. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we will move to another sign on Krishna, this time on Radharani's lotus feet. And this is a sign we were meditating on already last year on our Radhastami and Japa meditation, which is actually a fantastic sign, which is the sign of the half moon. We hear actually very, very often in the scriptures that meditation on the lotus feet of the Lord is one of the ideal way of controlling the mind, that the mind can be very easily subdued when we bring the picture of Radha and Krishna's lotus feet in our consciousness. So this is when we do such a type of meditation, we have to focus on the holy name, and we have in plus like a very, very powerful way of controlling the mind by meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord. And the lotus feet of the Lord and the Lord are non-different, and the name and the Lord is non-different. So when you have the meditation in plus, it's really like overwhelming the mind. Doesn't give much space for the mind to go much further. So we want to pervade our consciousness both with the holy name and with the visualization of a sign on the lotus feet of this time on Srimati Radharani. Still, the chanting and the holy name should be in the center, should be the main focus, and the other meditation on the lotus feet is there to help us to keep track and keep with the chanting of the holy name. As we do that, as we meditate on the sign, we can always remember that this is not just a graphic design on my screen, but this is actually the soul of Srimati Radharani's feet. So we are actually at the feet of Srimati Radharani when we meditate on those symbols. So we will meditate on the half moon, Adra Chandra, and this one has a very, very beautiful meaning. It is said that for the mind of the devotee, so that the mind of the devotee may reside at her feet, the feet of Radharani bear the symbol of the moon, which is the presiding deity of the mind. So it seems the moon, according to this translation or this meaning, there are few meanings, but that's one of them. The sign of the half moon on Radharani's lotus feet is there for us. Is there so that our mind can be conquered by that moon, which is the presiding deity of the mind, so that our mind will be totally fixed on her lotus feet. So we connect with the holy name, that our main goal is to have a peaceful mind where we can just stay with the holy name and hear the holy name and not be diverted with anything else. And for that, from time to time, if the mind wanders, we just visualize the picture of the half moon at the hill of Srimati Radharani's feet, and we keep chanting and staying with the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. So we will go for the last part of today's meditation, and we will start this inspiration with a quote that we were just studying in Srimad Bhagavatam in the third canto recently. And the quote says, this is, I did not write here, it must be Maitreya Muni, or was it Uddhava? well, I'm not sure anymore, but the quote goes, simply by hearing about your lotus feet with eagerness and devotion, and by meditating upon them within the heart, one at once become enlightened with knowledge, and on the strength of detachment one become pacified. We must therefore take shelter of the sanctuary of your lotus feet. I was remembering also how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was praying in the fifth verse of the Shikshashtakam, please place me as a spark of dust at your lotus feet. So this is also something we can mentally, that we are becoming a very small spark of dust, and we can go there at that particular sign where we meditate, and we position ourselves there, and we feel very enlivened and very enlightened, being touching the lotus feet of the Lord with our consciousness. One can also fix, like in front of our eyes, the picture of the sign of the lotus feet, and try really to keep this picture as long as possible as we are chanting the holy name and focusing on the holy name. It's very, very helpful if the picture of the lotus feet, and especially the sign we meditate upon, is there, visible in our inner eyes. Not, I mean, the outer eyes can help to take it in, but the powerful, the intensity of the meditation will be there when we see it in our mind's eyes. This is like the most powerful. So the last meditation, we could stay on Radharani's lotus feet, or we could go on Krishna's lotus feet, because the sign is on both of them. And this is the sign of the fish. And the fish has, again, like many different explanations, but one is very beautiful, is that like a fish cannot live outside of water. A devotee cannot live without connection with the Lord, cannot live without the lotus feet of the Lord, cannot live without the holy name of the Lord. This is the all and all for the Lord, which brings us very much in the mood of surrender. This is my ultimate goal. I cannot live without that. I cannot do anything without being connected with the Lord's holy name. That's one signification. And the other one that is also very beautiful is that, like a fish cannot live outside of the water, our heart should become soft, moistened, almost like liquefied, with love, so that the lotus feet of the Lord and the fish that is in the lotus feet of the Lord can stay in our heart. Which brings also this aspect of devotion and love that should be there in our of chanting of the holy name, so that our heart become moist and soft, so that the lotus feet of the Lord can stay in our heart. So we keep trying to stay as much as possible with the holy name. We keep the picture of the lotus feet and the sign of the lotus feet in our consciousness, or mentally we go and stick there on the lotus feet of the Lord, and then we continue chanting with a mood of devotion, with a mood of love, a mood of service, and we hope our heart will become liquefied love by the touch of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Manita, Manita, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna, and thank you for joining us today. We were looking at the meditation at the lotus feet of the Lord. There is actually a lot of nectar, a lot of nectar available at those lotus feet. And it was beautiful how it is described that the moon, the half moon in Radharani's lotus feet is there for us, for us to fix our mind on her lotus feet. And it might be very nice actually to study all of those signs and be able to visualize them where they are on the feet and know all the symbols, and it has a very powerful effect on the consciousness. And I also noticed that sometimes with such a type of meditation our mind get quite peaceful and quite focused, but from there we always have to actually move into a further step of devotion, of offering our japa, of doing it with love and devotion in a mood of service to please Radha and Krishna. Not to, I mean, it's already super nice to just stay with the holy name, but the last step should be really to do it with a mood of devotion as a loving offering. Divya Kishori, I see you have raised your hand.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for the lotus feet meditation. I had a question that while I was praying, I wanted to ask you that should we pray to that particular sign to help us take shelter, or should we pray to the lotus feet of Radha Rani to help us focus? Because it was very last moment. I don't know I should ask or not, but it came to my mind to ask that should I pray to that fish to please help me focus, because you are at the lotus feet. So can you understand if you can help me?
Interesting question. I mean, we know for sure that in the spiritual world, everything is consciousness, even object and everything is consciousness. And I don't think it's wrong to pray to that particular fish that he is at the lotus feet of the Lord, and pray to the fish, oh, you are there at the lotus feet of Radharani. I would also like to be there. Can you help me? I mean, I don't think it will be wrong to pray like this, but ultimately the feet of Radharani are actually Radharani. They are part of Radharani, and the fish on the feet of Radharani is also part of Radharani's body, and so altogether I think it's okay if you pray to the fish, if you pray to the feet, or if you pray to Radharani directly. I don't think it make it one will be wrong and one will be right, but maybe according to your heart and where to whom you feel easier to connect. Maybe the fish is the low, how you say, Radharani is there. The feet might be still like very high, but the fish maybe it's more accessible, more closer to us, and we can. So I don't think I don't see any mistake to speak to pray to the sign on the lotus feet of the Lord. Vajanti, do you have any thought on this question? Any extra? No, Vajanti agree.
Thank you so much, Hare.
Hare Krishna. I see Vrindavan Vilasini Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, thank you so much for taking this Japa meditation and the highest meditation. It really helped a lot. Prabhuji, I know Guru Maharaj has done this before. Would it be possible to share the precise meaning of each symbol on the feet? Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. I will post it in the WhatsApp group. I found it actually very well researched in the book The Art of Chanting from Mahanidhi Swami. He took really from many different Puranas, from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Tikas, and like this. I will post it on a Word file in our at the end of the session.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Venu Yamataji.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada. I have one, two things. Also, my experience is also when the mind is totally bad and concentrating, then the last option are meditation on the lotus feet. Also, this is what at the end, also most of the cases helps. And for me, is also when I'm not so able to concentrate on Radha's and Krishna's lotus feet, then I mostly take shelter on the lotus feet of my, on a picture of the lotus feet of my spiritual master or Prabhupada. Is it basically the same? Also regarding our japa, when we concentrate on the lotus feet of our spiritual master, or is it more powerful to concentrate on the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna?
Well, when we focus on the lotus feet of our spiritual master, it is in a mood of asking for blessings and asking for strength, asking for blessings, so that we can actually go towards the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna, or Radha and Krishna, or the holy name of Radha and Krishna. That's a little bit one of the difference, is that usually Guru is never like the goal of our japa. It's the person who help us to go toward the goal. That will be Radha and Krishna and Radha and Krishna Nam, or Radha and Krishna's lotus feet. But it's not at all wrong to maybe first approach the lotus feet of the spiritual master. And we know that the lotus feet is the place where there is the most nectar. And for our spiritual masters of Prabhupada, we know that people touch the feet because that's the place where it's said that there is the highest amount of devotion, of bhakti, of devotional feelings. So I don't think it's anything wrong to also meditate on the lotus feet of the spiritual master. That for sure helped also a lot. But we have to, usually the spiritual master or the lotus feet of the spiritual master are never like the ultimate goal.
My understanding was that as Guru Maharaj, my Guru Maharaj said to us, I can offer to you absorption. Also because when I'm not able to absorb in japa, for instance, to absorb at the lotus feet of Radha Krishna, then I take shelter at the lotus feet of my spiritual master because he is absorbed, and then hopefully I can also get more absorbed. As this was the intention behind this. Also not the ultimate goal, more the help for absorption.
Yeah, that's very nice. Very nice. Very good.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. Bhaktanoy, do you have any comments? Or any thoughts?
Just want to thank you. It was wonderful. No comments.
Thank you for being with us. Always a pleasure to have you with us. Okay. Wish you all the best. Also, Hare Krishna to Yasoda Jivan. Thank you also for joining us today. And Krishna willing, we meet in next week. And yeah, please feel free to meditate as often as possible on the lotus feet of the Lord, to learn all the sign, or learn all the meaning, and feel thrilled in your devotional service. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.